Howdy doody. Today we are working on the 7.3 Powerstroke. We got 3 things we're going to be doing today. Glow plugs, IPR, ICP. I dropped the wrong one. ICP. It has been wet, windy, gross weather. As you know, I work outside for most everything, so I haven't been able to do diddly jack squat on the 7.3 back here. If you don't know anything about this truck, click the info card box. Wait, this side, the info card box. 2000 F550 7.3 Powerstroke. We've been working on it on the channel for a little bit, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it. I want it out of my driveway. I've been saying that every video, but today might just be that day. I thought I had it running pretty good. I knew I had to put glow plugs in it just because of the hard starts. I've always had to have a block heater on it. But I took it to do a little job the other day, about 2 weeks ago now, because we went to the Con Expo. And then the bad weather, blah, 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 blah. Had plans to put glow plugs in it, but I went down the road and I was die. And luckily, I was able to start it up just to limp it back home. But basically, after second gear, get some rip'ems going in it. And it was like my fuel would just cut off. So, I'm not a fan of throwing parts at things. However, the 7.3 is notorious, B.I.G., can't you see, for having certain issues. One being the cam sensor. That was the first thing I replaced when I got the truck. Just 'cause. Throw a part at it. They are also notorious for injector issues. One being this sensor here, the ICP, injector control pressure sensor, I believe. Yes, an injector control pressure sensor. So it's a sensor for the injectors. The other being the injector pressure regulator, which is the actual valve for the injectors, pressure regulation. Those 2 things, notorious for being an issue on these. I bought Motorcraft for the IPR valve, and for the ICP, it's just a Ford part. Figured that'd be my best luck. Pallies. There's Amazon deals. I was tempted. I really was. But read those reviews. They are terrible. You can get these as like a package deal, and I can't remember the price. It's like $60 for the both of them. Don't do it. I was this close. But I know better. I've been down that road. So, gonna replace those. I'm assuming that's my issue, why it was dying off. You know, it was definitely fuel delivery. So going to replace those 2 things, going to replace the glow plugs. That's the main thing that I was going to be doing today. But figured, hey, why not? Throw those 2 parts at it, and it should fix my issue. If it doesn't, I'll let you know. But that should be it. We're going to jump into glow plugs, though. So enough rambling. Basically, if you haven't done this before, it's a relatively simple process, but gets a little jumbled in here. So we're going to have to get our air cleaner out of here. This is aftermarket, so it might be different from what you're looking at. Oh, hello, little guy. Can I help you? Well, apparently not. we're going to have to get down to our valve cover here on both sides. So this has got to go. Make sure we disconnect our batteries on both sides, you know. Safety. Going to have to take all of our turbo tubing and all that stuff. Has got to go. We'll open up these valve covers. Thank you, lady. Lady. Hi. You okay? Alrighty. Task at hand. Got to get the valve covers off, and then I'll show you where we're going to be digging around in there. This side looks like it could be a little more complicated. Maybe not. Basically, just turbo stuff again. And then when that's all free and clear, we'll move into our ICP, which is that guy right there. And then our IPR, which is back there, which, again, we'll move into that a little bit later. So, let's get turning here. Start ripping some stuff off. Then we'll go from there. All right? Sounds like a plan. Okay, so I already got our other side off, but I'm going to take this side off as well. That way both of our batteries are disconnected. I'm also going to, just for extra room, yank this guy out of here. That way it's just out of our way. All right. Air cleaner's next. This could use a good vacuum, probably. L is for the way you look at me. All right, we're going to start this. Oh, that's completely loose. That's nice. How do I get so lucky all the time? Get it a little more loose.
No big deal. Let's just get a little loose. Just get a little loose. A little loose. Come on.
Nothing going on that's real complicated here. Just get your tubes off, okay? Loosen up your worm clamps and take them off. It looks like pretty much yeah, this is all just kind of hanging here. That's nice. What's this guy say over here? That's tight. That's good. Mainly because this is the one with all the pressure, so it had to be tight, probably. Okie dokie. What else looks good? We could probably just yank this whole sucker off here. Oh, it looks like I had a little mousy friend in here. That's fun. Is this all loose? This is all loose. These guys suck. Previous owners, man, they just, you know, you don't even know them, but you don't like them. Now remember, if you don't know what you're doing, like me, take pictures before you start. That way you know how it all goes back together. This is obviously attached to a higher power, otherwise known as a bracket. All right, let's get to work here. Dilly-dallying. How did I already lose a socket? Did I really? Oh, there you are. I really need to fix my nice ratcheting battery-powered ratchet one of these days. But the impact will work just fine for now. What I like to do is, if I'm taking bolts out that can be put back into their place, I'll do that. So take it apart and then put the bolts back in so you know where they go. That one I'll need an actual ratchet for. Okay, I'm gonna get some extra room here and yank this pipe off first. Okay, there's that guy. What are we saying here? Will you come off for me? I know you wanna. Maybe a little screwdriver action. Just for some motivation. She's dirty. Dirty. There we go. Uno. Filthy. Coffee break already. I really have been getting some rough luck with weather recently. I mean, today is the first decent day since I've gotten back from Vegas, which is over a week. So that's kind of a bummer. Just been staring at rain and wind. On another note, I should really invest in a step stool because I've been standing on 5-gallon buckets every time I work on this puppy. But that's neither here nor there, so back to work. Set my coffee down. How did I lose a glove? I lost a glove. Okay. What size are we saying here? What are we saying? Are we coming off? Sure are. Groovy. Okay. Now I can take my little bolts that I pulled and throw those back into my boot here. That way I don't lose them. Just a little pro tip, you know? I'm sure you already know, but just rest assured, we all do it. We don't remember where things go. Okay. So here's how we're looking already, you know. Pretty, see, I gotta clean this. Pretty nice, a little more open. Get some rags in here. Stuff them. That way nothing goes in. That's always smart. So we're gonna do that. Get your cleanest rags. One. Oh, I almost fell off my 5-gallon bucket. That's always fun. 2. Okay, so next up is this main harness here. Check your wires for chafing under here. It looks like they already kind of did a little tape job to avoid that. But that's another common issue with these 7.3s is you'll get some wire chafing on your valve cover here. And it'll fry, you know, short out and stuff. And that's no fun. So take a little 10 millimeter, I believe. Yeah, 10 millimeter. Crack that sucker loose. Take that out. You could take that, dangle it somewhere convenient for you, and then pull that thing off, and then we can get that bracket up and out of the way. Ah, she's still tight. Tight like a tiger. Austin Powers. Your tight body.
You have a tight body. Yes. I see that from your tight pants. Yes, you are tight like a tiger.
Tight like a tiger. Jiminy Christmas. This is where I could really use my ratcheting, my Makita ratchet. All right. Tuck that in somewhere nifty. Somewhere nifty. That's nifty. Oh! My power steering cap is completely loose. At least it's full. What is going on here? Story for another day, I guess. Alright, that's out of the way. Looks like I need a Phillips head screwdriver. That looks awfully stripped out up there. Hopefully it's not. Here's what I'm looking at over here. This has got to come off. But this is concerning. Hopefully that's just some dirt. And I can... What are you? What story are you telling me? Alright. What are you telling me? So you're saying there's a chance?
So you're telling me there's a chance?
I think I gotta get a stubby guy in here. Stubby. That's what I like to see. Uh-huh. Who's texting me? Groovy. There's that. Alright, so we got everything covered up. You got some paper towels in those holes there. Gonna grab some air here. Want to make sure you're as clean as possible before you start taking this thing off. For obvious reasons, you don't want to drop anything in there. Okay, that'll get us where we're going. Start popping this sucker off. Might need a longer extension. And a different size, is it? Got a magnetic container here. That always helps too. Oh, you.
You Thornton Notre Dame nipple bang gunk stinking piss! Did you hear what he said?
Threw it in my dish and it decided to jump out. After I was just talking up the whole thing about having a magnetic dish. Got a magnetic container here. That always helps too. Man, oh man. This guy in the corner over here was a doozy. I didn't have the right swivel socket. So for future reference, if you're doing this, take a peek in here. 13 millimeter, little 1/4 inch drive. And I just shoved it in the corner and got it here. And basically, you just got just enough room to turn that enough. But that's that. So, with that, last bolt out should lift off. There you have it. Woo! See all that crap fall out of there? So, there we are. Basically, I opted for the cheap route, and I'm not going to replace this gasket, which is not recommended, but I'm doing it anyway. You got your injectors here, and then these little white wires. Let me see if I can, that guy right there. That is your glow plug. So what I'm doing here is taking the clip off for the injector itself, and this white lead with this boot goes to your glow plug, which is down here. Just take a set of needle nosers, grab that boot and plop her out. And we're gonna fish our socket down in there and grab each one, and then we should be good to go. I forgot to mention, you see all that puddle of oil sitting there. You gotta wipe that all up. If you take that glow plug out and that oil seeps down into your cylinder head, you're going to be having some problems. You'll hydrolock the engine, and then you're going to have to start the process over, take your glow plug out, get it all dry, and then put it all back together. So take a rag and shove her down in there, soak up what you can. Okay, so we're back with an outfit change because it warmed up a little bit. I had to have a little sanity check. I pulled my first glow plug and it looked like it was in good shape. So I plugged back I tested the glow plug, it worked. Plugged my harness back in. I know my relay is working, but I retested everything and it's all working. So that's not good news because I don't know what's wrong at this point. Also, forgot to mention, for some of these, not all of them, but for some of them, you need a little piece of rubber hose to get them out. So I'm pulling another glow plug here. Basically, you just take your 10 millimeter, get it almost all the way out, pull your ratchet and then slip this on the end of it and pull your plug that way. But we're gonna see how this one looks. It looks good, which is not good news. Now, you don't need all of your glow plugs to be working in order to start your truck, typically. I'm not sure about 7.3s, but typically if you have, 5 out of 8 of them, it'll start. So maybe my passenger side is messed up and the driver's side isn't. I don't know. But I'm going to replace them anyway, just since I'm in here. And then I'll keep you posted on where we're at. It's Girl Scout season. Thin Mints.
I usually sell like 10 boxes, but I sold 60.
The trick is, you throw these puppies in the freezer. 10 times better. Anyway, we're going to throw this valve cover back on. And this side's wrapped up. It's rinse and repeat for the other side, okay? Minuscule things are different. It's going to be a different pipe that you're taking off, working in a little bit different area, but it's the same process, so you don't need to see that. Throw this back on. While this is all open, it'll give me a little better access for the ICP sensor over there, so we're going to get that out of the way, and then we'll grab the injection valve as well. And that'll be it for today. Let's get moving. Unbelievably funny story. That back bolt is so frustrating. So I was getting a little, heated. And I kind of, tossed my 13 millimeter and don't know where it went. So now I'm sidetracked and I'm going to take this battery box off to see if it's under this. So yeah, I'm I'm having a great time. Fantastic. Hello?
Hello?
What am I missing? What size are we? What are you telling me? Didn't I have? Sure. Okay. Oh, 13 millimeter. Oh, hey, a bolt. Oh, there you are. Okay. Back to what we're doing. What's this guy? Who are you? Looks like it's a little chewed up. Not sure what you go to. That's nifty. Don't know what these go to either. This is fun. Back to what we're doing here. Trying to get this guy. Oh, and it immediately threads in for me. That's, honestly, that's great. I'm happy about that. Just got a couple more. I was gonna do a nice little time lapse for you. And then I'm just fiddling with this one bolt the whole time. I'm like, what? Oh, that doesn't go there. What in tarnation is really what I was thinking the whole time. The whole time. Okay. I'm missing a nut. How could I possibly be missing a nut? Oh, that's the one that dropped earlier. Where did you drop to? Can you tell me? Couldn't have been far. It also very well may have been very far. I might be stuck replacing that one, to be honest. What is this? Is that a light? That seems to be a light. I still would like to know what you are. Oh, where's my magnet? I think I got it. Are you what I'm looking for? Can I even get to you? Oh, come on. I want it. I got it. Maybe. Cool. Okay. That's my last one. And now we can move on. Okay, so in order to get to this sensor, I'm thinking the sensor itself is a wrench size that I do not have, but I can't put a socket on because of my fuel lines. So I'm going to pop the connector off. Okay, that's dangling in the wind. And then there's this hook that I'm assuming is for pulling the motor. So I'm going to yank that off, or at least try to, and see if I can get it from there. I'm going to need a little bit more oomph. Let's see if it likes this. Sure does. Oh, throwing stuff everywhere. So with all this metric stuff, Ford, metric everywhere. Am I too big?
That's what she said.
No. Can't be. Everything's a 13 in here. Okay. Do be dropping stuff though. Dropping a lot of stuff. It's a recurring theme on this one. Oh, 13 millimeter. Don't know where it went. So, oh, there you are. Oh, I almost fell. Oh, come on. I dropped it. How did I lose a glove? Oh, hey, a bolt. Okay, got that. Not sure what size I'm gonna need here though. Can I fit the big Papa on there?
Papa?
All right, how do we like that? Do we? I think we do. Yeah, we do. We like it. Man, what a pain. Actually, I shouldn't be saying that because this one compared to the IPR, I'm sure is gonna be easy. So let's swap this thing out. So here's another look at this. That's where that's going. Sneak that sucker in there. Maybe. Lord help me if I drop this too. I dropped it. I can't believe this at all. All right. Give that a snug. And clip her back in. Now we can put my hook back on. Isn't this fun? Just you and me. You and me together. Forever. Forever. My big Papa. Papa. I love it when you call me Big Papa.
I like it when you call me Big Papa.
Come on, sugar. I know you want to go back home. Oh, now I'm bleeding. Ouch. Done. All right, last thing we're gonna do here, IPR valve. Basically, comes off in pieces. So you got this flimsy little nut on the end. Okay. Then this guy slides off. This is your main body here, your main valve. And this slides off as well. So in order to get it out of the truck, you're gonna have to turn this part, but you gotta take your actual connector off first. So let's hop to it. Yeah, flimsy little guy, ain't ya? Anyway, I'll get you in there and we can see what we're looking at here. Okay, so that's our guy right there. See that clip? That's got to come off. And then right underneath it, that's that solenoid, if you want to call it. I don't know what you'd call that piece. That slips off, and then it's going to come out from right there. So let's get to work. This hasn't been replaced in a while, so if I were a betting man, I'd say this is probably too far gone. Needs to be replaced. Let's see what size that is. What can I get out of my way here? I'd like to get you out of my way. Okay, first comes our little flimsy nut, which... Oh, I just dropped my... I'm dropping everything today. I dropped my flashlight. All right, that's loosened up. Good Lord. Uh-huh. Dropped that. That's good. Ouch. There's that piece. Oh my God. Hey buddy, what you doing? You need help? Apparently not. Okay. Then we got this guy. Yeah, this hasn't ever been replaced if I were to guess. She's been in here a long time. Long time. Now, the real problem, how to get that sucker off. That is the question. Because I don't have a socket that's deep enough for that. I wish I would have realized that before I started. Alright, so, one thing after another, I didn't realize, just by, you know, lack of research, we'll say, my socket is not long enough to accommodate the valve. It's not long enough. My deep socket's not long enough. So I need to pick up, it's like 1/4 of an inch. So I think I'm gonna opt for being a little creative. Maybe just slightly drill out the end of this. Hopefully it doesn't totally ruin my socket, but it's also Pittsburgh, so I'm not too worried about it. So let's do that, see if I can get this thing to fit in here without ordering a special tool. Alright, let's give her a whirl. Uh-huh. I don't think I ruined my socket, but check it out. That should work. Should work. It's getting chilly again. I was gonna put my sweatshirt back on, but I'm using it as a kneel, little steps, little knee pad. Words, English?
No hablo English.
Anyway, let's see if I can slip this guy down in here. I see why no one ever replaced this, because it's toy. Oh no, what's in my way? Who are you? What do you want?
Who are you? What do you want?
The fuel line? What the hecky? Can I kind of bend you? No, I can't. Ford, sometimes I just don't understand what you're doing. What are you doing? Do I hold off and actually get the tool that I need? I sure don't want to. There's a fat chance that I might be coming back after I get the tool. Did you hear that? Oh, I have no idea where that went. Not even a single clue. Why, who would ever want to work on cars? Here's the deal. That thing is a pain in my rumpus. I got the socket to fit, you know, and that's all well and good, but there's a fuel line in my way, so I just can't, I don't have the patience, is what I'm saying. I know that when I pull that valve out, it's going to be spitting oil, and I'm going to make a mess because I'm going to be trying to get the other one in there, and I don't got any room, and it's going to be chaos, is what I'm saying. So I don't got the patience. I'm gonna order the tool. It's 20 bucks on Amazon. It'll be here tomorrow. And then we can button this thing up. I'm basically, you know, I got everything else done. I got my glow plugs in, make sure that's all well and good. I'm gonna throw my battery box back in here and button that up since I got the ICP in. You know, I could button up that side and we're gonna be good to go. It's just gonna be a little in and out and I can get the truck out of my driveway, you know? So we're gonna do that. You and me are gonna meet back here when that thing comes in. It's probably gonna be Monday night, so we'll figure on Tuesday. And we'll get this thing done and out of my hair. So, good enough. Well, folks, what do you say? We got the tool. Here it is in all of its glory. I think it was like 20 bucks on Amazon, and it is quite literally a socket welded onto a wrench with a little notch cut out of it. And I gotta say, I went up there, slipped this sucker in, and it's convenient. Very convenient. I mean, you don't have to struggle with room at all. You just kind of slip it right over it, and oh, it's great. So anyway, I'm gonna throw some rags down there because when you take these out, you got to keep in mind oil's gonna spill out. You can pump it out if you want to. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna throw some rags down there. There's already some oil sitting down in that valley, so I got to clean it up anyway. But it's got to be a quick little. Take the one out, slip the one in, and we are home free. We're gonna see if this thing will start up. So let's do it. Oh yeah. I got a better pad for my knees today too, so that's nice. All right, I got my new valve good and ready. Hopefully I don't drop it. Slip this wrench in here. All right, let's see how tight this thing is. Because that's the only thing I'll say about this is it's pretty short. We're gonna try the cheater bar. Slip off or did it go? I think it went. Oh, I hate braided lines because they just slice you up. Okay, there's one. Threading in the new one. Alright. Not sure how much it really spilled out there. I don't think it was much, to be honest. That went pretty good. I'd say pretty painless as far as, you know, once you have it loose. But that's the worst part, is getting it loose. All right, let's tighten this guy up. Update. I'm fuming. That was my wife honking at me, saying goodbye. Goodbye, honey. I'm fuming. This goes back to just me being halfway dumb, but also a little bit, you know, it's not entirely my fault. One, if I would have looked up online what the socket size was for the valve, I would have learned that it was 1 1/8 inches. But me, being me, I didn't do that. I just took the new one, you know, the Motorcraft one, name brand, figured out what size that was, and I was like, okay, it was a 27mm. Threw her in the hole. You saw me struggling. Wasn't a 27mm, it was 1 1/8 inches. So 27mm ain't fitting on there. It wasn't the fuel line in the way. It's the fact that I didn't have the right size socket. So I used the tool to get it off, and that all worked fine and dandy. But I went to go put the new one in, tighten it down. I'm like, this is too loose. It's not grabbing it. So I grabbed my 27mm socket that I already drilled out. It works just fine. You see that? So I just spent $22 and waited a day on nothing. So a little aggravated. But hey, at least I'm getting this on. We can wrap this up, and we're done. So check back in here in a minute. All right, that's all tight. I'm just a little peeved, that's all. Get this guy back on there. Try not to cut my hands on these, ouch, braided lines. Little spacer back on. Ow. Gotta say, there must have been a better way that they could have designed this thing. Truly, I mean, this is just garbage. Garbage material, Ford. All right, fish out our connector here. That's for up top. This one's for down low. All right, I'd say that's everything. Let's see if we could fire this puppy up. I forgot to mention, look what I found. I was down rooting around under the frame. Cat. And I found this little puppy. Look at this nasty, crusty fuel filter. Terrible. Now, I didn't know about this one, and I'm assuming the previous owner didn't either, because this has been on here for a long time. A long time. And it doesn't come up as a stock filter. It's just a run-of-the-mill Napa fuel filter, so I think it's aftermarket, if I were to take my guess. So I got the comparable filter from Wix. Same thing. Thank you to one of my subscribers who told me that the Napa filters and the Wix filters, almost dropped that, are the same thing. I kind of always figured, but makes a lot of sense anyway. So I'm wondering if I'm having some clogging or something going on here that could also be a problem. So anyway, throw this thing back on. I'm glad I found this. This is scary Larry. How rusty that is. It runs, but still having problems. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to dig more into that, but I gotta wrap this this one up. I'm sure we're getting a little lengthy, and I did what I set out to do on this video. Unfortunately, it just wasn't the correct solution. I'm frustrated, but I knew I had to replace those things for peace of mind anyway. But we're going to have to further troubleshoot and continue on with this thing. I really want it out of my driveway, so going to have to hop to it, but you'll be hearing from me, that's for sure. If anything, gives you a little insight on how to replace those couple items. But like I said, we'll be continuing on until we figure this thing out. That's all we can do. So with that, everyone, if you enjoyed the content, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. The meme count is going to be high on this sucker. So if you counted them, comment down below. How many memes did you count? With that, everyone, we'll keep on moving on this thing until we figure it out. I'm sure we will. So don't forget to grab that wrench, get after it. See you guys next time.